most of it will be sitting down, or yeah, we'll be down on the floor for most of it. But we're gonna start warming up, so I'm sorry if the head gets cut off at all. I guess you can see it. All right, standing up nice and tall. You know, it'd be great if you got to warm up beforehand if you went for a walk or stop and do some jumping jacks real quick. Get your body warmed up. Otherwise, we're just gonna go ahead and get going. So you're gonna take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Just nice and relaxed. Again, another deep breath in. Exhale, release. Starting at the top of your head, you're just gonna roll it down. Rolling down towards the floor, keeping those legs straight but your knees are soft. Until you've gone down as far as you can. And then bend your knees. Hands to your heart center. Sitting up into a little chair. Right? We're good? Weights kind of back in those heels. You can wiggle those toes. And then come right back up and release. So we're going to take that through a few times. A little faster. Tuck. Rolling it down. Bend. Sit up to chair. Back up. And release. Here we go. Tuck and roll. Bend. Chair. Now you have the choice and come up. If you want to keep those hands at your heart center when you come to the chair, or if you want to, let's roll down. Take it up a little bit higher and reach over your head. Good. And release. We're going to take that through 2 more times. You roll it down. Bend your knees and sit to a little chair. Come back up, choosing which way you want your hands. 1 more. Roll down. Bend, chair, hold, hold, shoulders back, chest lifted, sit low, choosing how low you want to go for bending those knees. Come up and release. Shake it out. Anything you need to shake out. All right, we're going to come to a down dog position. So you can just kind of roll back down, walk your hands out, spread those fingers wide, tailbone is up. Heels pointing towards the floor. Now walk your feet close together and lift your right leg behind you. We're coming to a down dog split. We're going to take it through a cheetah. So that heel that's on the floor, my left heel, I'm pressing the heel down, right toe up. Good. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to draw that right knee in towards your nose. Round your back. So the knee into your nose, rounding your back. And that bottom foot here, that heel's coming up, rounding it all. Inhale long, exhale, crunch it all in. Lengthen and crunch. Now these moves are very similar to yoga. Pilates and yoga have similar motions. These ones are similar. Let me get a couple more. Last one. Drop that foot down. Come find that down dog again. Tailbones up. Feet close together. Hold. Oh, I kind of adjust something here. My shirt was coming up. All right, we're going to take it on to the other side. So find your down dog. Lift that left leg up. Now you know what we're doing. See if we can make this look even better. That bottom heel's pushing down. Toe up. Inhale long. Exhale, knee comes in towards your nose. Round your back. Come to the tippy toe of the other leg. And back. Inhale, long and lengthen. Exhale, crunch and close. Really open the abs. Squeeze that diaphragm. Crunch everything in. Kind of like when you're laying down and you're crunching in on crunches. That's the idea that I want you to feel in those abs. Lengthen and long. Crunching it all out. Getting strong through those arms. Maybe feeling your legs. You should really feel the whole body here. 2 more. Last one. Drop that foot. Find that down dog. Drop your knees. Uncurl your toes. Sit yourself up. How you doing? Heart rate came up. Yes, you should be breathing a little bit heavy. You got some blood flowing. You got a little bit, you're not necessarily sweaty yet or anything. All right, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Feet are extended, shoulders back. And let's reach. And we've done this one. It's our little genie. Lean back. You know, usually we have like a Pilates ball in our hand right here. So if you wanted to, you could. Not necessary on this one. Not doing any squeezing. but we're leaning back and coming up. So you're gonna feel, what I'm looking for is those thighs to squeeze and engage, and they come right back up. Maybe even the abs, everything, you come back and everything gets tight, and then you come up. And I want you to go far enough back that you're a little bit worried, like, oh, can I come back? Oh, yes, I can. Well, what if you do, if you're like, you know what I'm gonna do, and Issa says, I'm gonna go back, and oh, I can't come back. It's okay, push yourself back up. You know, doesn't matter. Fact of the matter is, if you try to go back that far, then good job, bonus points for you. Keep going. Make sure you're breathing. Maybe even put like an exhale there, because that's hard. Or you inhale as you come back, and exhale as you go forward, because you're like, ooh, ah, but don't hold that breath. One more. We can do it. We can do it. Can you hold it? Can you hold it? Yes, yes, I can hold it. Did you hold it? No, come right back, hold it. And release. That should feel nice to release that. Let that go. Shake out anything you need there. Okay, got a kneeling side leg. Oh, I know what that is. All right, I put these in a particular order, so hopefully they feel pretty good for you. All right, you're on one knee. Now, if that bothers your knee at all, you know, you can go get a pillow, you can roll up your mat, and kind of make a little pillow for your knee. That's fine. Extended leg is out. Now, I don't want that leg to just hang. It's pointed, it's extended, it's engaged that whole time. So making sure things are nice, long, good. Reach, and we're gonna lean. We're gonna stay there? No, we're not. Take that bottom hand to the floor, and as it comes down, oh, look at that, the other leg came up, and reach. Now what this hand does, you know, completely up to you, but we're gonna lift and lower that top leg. Now make sure that bottom hand, see my wrist, elbow, shoulder, one long line. Good. You feeling that hip? You feeling that saddlebag area? That's what we're looking for. Now there's lots of ways that we can change this. So you could choose how to play around with it. Maybe you've got some music playing and there's a little bit of a rhythm and a beat, so you want to go faster or go slower to find that rhythm. Go ahead, go for it. Maybe you want to lift high and only come halfway down. Ooh. So that range of motion is smaller, but maybe it's working more because it never gets that break at the floor when you touch. So you could choose big full range, maybe a smaller range. It's not necessarily harder or easier, it just depends on you. And you know what, if that top hand wants to, just because you like the way it feels or because you like the way it looks. Yeah. Woo, keep going, keep going. Do you feel it? Burning? Oh my goodness. I do. 3. Oh my gosh. 2. Yes, yes. 1. And oh. Wiggle it just a little bit. Wiggle it. Get it out. You know what song I was doing there, right? Oh, other side. Here we go. If you had that pillow, get it. Leg, extend, engaged, leaning until you're like, whoa, whoa, oh, I can't lean any further. So you go ahead and let yourself lift. All right, hands where you want them. Check, see, I see the little video. I can check and see that my arm's in line. You need to be near a mirror or, you know, check, maybe put your video on. Here we go. Now every side is different. Maybe this side is easier. Maybe it's harder. Can your leg go higher? Maybe not. Keep going. Remember, you can give me a big full range all the way to the floor, all the way up. It works a lot because the range of motion is bigger. You get a little split half-second break at the bottom, or maybe you make the range of motion smaller, but you don't get that, ooh, that little break. Oh my gosh, that one gets me. I don't know about you, but I do like to add the arms because, I don't know, I just don't like to hold them still. May as well. Guess what? Keep going. And you should be tired. You should be going, oh my gosh, I feel the other side that we did. Yes, you do. 4, 2, 1. You should be happy that I'm saying let it go. Let it go. That's the other song. I feel like I'm gonna sing a lot today. I better stop. Come on, back. And you're like, oh, Nisi, you put this here on purpose, didn't you? Yes. Pull those knees in and give those hips a break. Give that tush a break so that we can bring it back to those abs. All right. Double leg stretch. You know this move too. We've done this. So you're going to lift yourself up. Head and shoulders are lifted. Legs move together. Arms move together. Good. Exhale, crunch. Inhale long. Now, you choose, if you want to go up to the ceiling, that makes it a little bit easier. You want to go out at an angle, a little more intense, or you can go super close to the floor. That's one I like. Why? Because I'm here doing the work. I want to get the most benefit from this effort that I'm doing. But if it's causing too much pressure in that pelvic floor, you're going to keep it higher. And what do if your neck gets tired? You put that head down and you keep going. And then when you're like, oh, that feels better, I can come back, you come back for another 4, 3. Last 1, release. Nice work. All right, scissor legs. So what does that mean? One leg is extended, one leg is pulled in. Now notice my leg just came to the floor. I don't want that, not when we start. That bottom extended leg, point, engage, lift. So it's at a hover, hovering that whole time. Head and shoulders up, again, top leg straight. Now you can hold on to it wherever you want to, but I have kind of like a little pull, a little tug. We switch, I grab it, and I pull it up. Notice that bottom leg is still extended, it's long, and it's hovering. And then you just switch and switch. I'm going to inhale one way, exhale the other. So imagining that my legs are even longer than they really are, and I can touch the wall over there with one leg. I can touch the wall up there with the other. So this one is the one where I was like, you're going to get to stretch, but you're working at the same time. So you should feel a beautiful stretch through those legs. But those abs are engaged. Your neck is working out. Again, remember, that neck is not used to being there. It needs to come down. Go ahead. I really like this one. I could stay here for quite a while, but you don't have to. 4, 3, 2, 1.5, just because, there we go. I had to make it even on the right and the left. All right, if you need this moment to stretch, guess what? You have a pause button. That's what it's for. Feel free to stretch, but we're gonna go right on to the 100. Probably know what that one is. All right, level 1, right here with your knees bent. Level 2, legs are straight. Level 3, out at an angle. So I'm gonna talk to you right here at level 1 first. Once again, head and shoulders are up, reaching. Now we're reaching those arms. Again, they're engaged as if I could touch the wall and I'm smacking the floor. And you inhale for about 5 hits and then exhale for 5 hits, choosing your level of legs. Now it's called the 100 because you end up smacking the floor 100 times, but guess what? I don't really ever count. I don't. I know, if I was doing like a class in a gym or something, I would be counting. I'm like 10, 10, 10, or whatever. I kind of know these days, I've been doing it long enough that I can kind of feel, gauge how much is needed. Sometimes I go a little bit longer. Sometimes I go a little bit shorter. What do you do if you're at the higher level and then you're like, I can't keep going, Nisi? You bring it back for a little bit. And then you come right back when you're ready. Again, the head and shoulders, you saw me earlier, put it down so I could talk to you. But you can keep them up. Pulling that belly button in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you really wanted to count those, you could go back and see how many that was. I have no clue, but that move is called the 100. All right, if you want to rock back and forth, get a little stretch through your hips, through your back, give your neck a break. You can, because we're about to go on to some mermaid lifts, which are intense. Oh, yay! Right? Right. All right. Let's find an end here. So extend long. All right, cross your ankles. I'm gonna lean to my side. So my legs are crossed, top angle. Now, there's a couple options here actually. I don't know why I got in that position that way, but your hips are gonna be about the middle of your mat. Legs are up at that top ankle, top corner of the ankle. I don't know, whatever you wanna call it. Now, I'm on my hip bone right now, and I can lift my legs and they only go about that far. But if I roll back onto my butt cheek, guess what? My legs can go higher. So here's a couple options. Option number one, you roll back to that butt cheek and your legs are just gonna lift up and down, up and down. All right, maybe your hand comes with. Other option is you come up with it. You go back down. You come up with it, go back down. Let's go. Which one is it gonna be? Keep going while I talk to you. Remember, if that bothers your hip, find a little pillow. Find a little pillow. What do you do if that leg doesn't go very high? That's okay. Your hand can be on the floor. Lift it up there. You choose. This video is one that you can watch and do multiple times. I only want 2 more. Last one, because it's pretty intense. We don't do those forever. We gotta do the other side. So this move is one of those where you have to kind of build up to it. Go ahead, maybe you got 2 in, maybe you got 3. Maybe get on up to 10 at some point. Crossing the ankles, hips in the middle, elbow, arm engaged. Turn back to that butt cheek. All right, get the feel first. Maybe go like, oh, okay, there we go, I'm in the right position. And you can keep it like that. You can add the arm. You can add the upper body coming down, coming up. Just a couple more. Okay, I said couple, I should have said few. 1 more. And release. Side obliques, side abs, side thighs, whatever you want to call that. We got it all. Roll over onto your belly. Kind of the Superman idea, but it's going to be the swan. So your hands are extended, looking down. Extend those legs. Feet stay on the floor. We're going to lift the upper body, pull it back, return to the floor. We lift, pull the elbows back. Good. And when you pull the elbows back, really lift a little extra, right? We lift, we pull. And put the exhales and inhales where you need to. I tend to inhale, squeeze, and exhale. 2 more. So these are good, these are intense. Everything is release child's pose. So Pilates is intense, like I'm sweating, I'm feeling it, but luckily you don't have to do a million of them. You get a few in, and then you say, there you go, I did it, I got a few in. My favorite parts, leg series. You're gonna come back to your side the way we did with those little mermaid lifts. All right, extend the legs, straight line, then hinge at your hips. So your toes are at the corner of your mat. You're laying either in the middle or the back. I'm gonna lay down here. Now, I lay down here to keep my neck in neutral. If you need to be up here, that's okay, but you notice how there's a little kink in your neck? As long as you feel supported, go ahead, but I like to be here just to be safe. All right, now that bottom foot, flex it. Anchor the toes or the foot, or if you're wearing shoes, the tips of your shoes to the floor. Top leg, we're gonna go about parallel to the floor. Good, and the goal is, we're not gonna roll forward, we're not gonna roll back. We're gonna keep ourselves right here stable. Top leg, again, parallel to the floor, point that toe, and draw a little circle. Little circle. Now I don't want you to think about that you're drawing a circle with your toe. I want you to imagine you're drawing a circle with this part of your hip. Think of the circle from this part of your hip. And the rest of your foot just follows, because it's going to, but you're thinking about moving it from the hip rather than the toe. That bottom foot's engaged, holding onto that mat, thighs, squeeze them, a little circle, and reverse. Good, maybe thinking about that circle from the hip. I'm trying to draw like, I don't know, maybe it's a silver dollar size of a circle, but then your toe Once it goes out there, it goes a little bigger. I don't know how big that is. Maybe a paper plate. Now flex that front foot, and we're gonna pulse it up, 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 point, swing it behind you, fairly far if there's not a wall in your way. Flex, pulse up, 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 point, swing it back. And again, remember that bottom leg is engaged. That's holding you in place. This hand keeping you from falling forward, falling back, bottom leg engaged. I really hope the bottoms of my feet are clean. Are they clean? I'm sitting there looking at the bottoms of my feet. I hope so. I want to look at it now. 2 more. I get 1. Now you're looking at my foot too. Maybe you weren't before. And back to the start where it's parallel. Bottom leg now, parallel. Lift, drop, lift, drop. Top leg's not going anywhere. Bottom leg's coming up to meet it. And if you're feeling like it hurts that hip bone, you can still roll back onto that butt cheek a little bit. Take a little pressure off that hip bone if you've got a pokey hip, which I do. 3, 2, hold, and bend. You should need a breather so that we can go to the other side. Yes, other side. Here we go. Laying on down. Straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. Bend from the hips, bottom foot engaged, top leg straight, circles. So that top hand's holding you in place, keeping you from falling forward, keeping you from falling back. Draw the circle from the hip. Bottom foot, what's it doing? It's engaged, grabbing that floor. Bottom thigh is squeezing. Think about this circle, silver dollar, and reverse. Did we reverse on the other side? I think we did. We should have. I don't know. Pretty sure we did. Hold. Flex. Here we go. Pulse, 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 point and swing it back. Pulse, pulse, point and swing it really far back. Keep yourself from falling forward. You know, when you swing back, don't lean forward. Keep that hand there to keep that from happening. Keep going through a few times. I really want to look. My foot looks good. Keep going. You're flexing, flexing, point, swing it back. Good, flex. And you're feeling it, right? And I'm looking right at you and I'm saying, come on, keep going. Give me just a little bit more. Are you sweating like me? I've got a little bit of sweat coming down. I'm feeling it. You're getting stretched while you're working. Flex, flex, point and swing. 1 more. Point and swing, bring it back. All right, you were doing it while I was talking to you there, right? Extended, bottom, point, roll back if you need to, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. Breathe, don't hold that breath. This is a good one too. I think we've kind of done this with the ball between our legs and we're squeezing it, and that's another awesome thing to do. Today we're not using the ball though. 3, 2, and 1, bend. Yes, you're welcome. Roll to your back. Extend your legs out into a nice, big, wide V. We're gonna do the roll up. Flex your feet, point them to the ceiling. All right, so I don't want you just hanging out there or just flexing and you're open and big. Flex, point them up towards the ceiling, and you'll feel the hip and the knee adjust. Tuck your tailbone so that your back is flat against the floor. Arms reach, and okay, so I've got a couple variations for some people, okay? So if you're doing the whole thing, you're gonna roll yourself up. You can roll up to the ceiling or you can roll and reach out, either one. So that's the roll up. Those that aren't gonna roll up for me because that pressure in the pelvic floor is a little bit much, there's a couple options. One, you're just gonna reach up towards the ceiling and roll yourself back down. Just up, roll it back down. Or maybe every now and then you could add like a little leg lift and a leg lift. So maybe you kind of crunch up and then a leg lift so that you're getting the work in the upper and getting a little work in that lower. So again, if you're not gonna roll up all the way, you don't have to. Keep, protect that pelvic floor if you need to. So go ahead and start with us whenever you're ready. You can just do the upper for a while and then the lower, or you can go maybe upper, lower, lower, upper, lower, lower. Play with it, all right? Everyone else, flex the feet, pointing up to the ceiling, tailbone is tucked. Here we go, you're gonna roll up. I tend to like to reach, because I like that stretch through the back and the hamstrings, but you don't have to. And you'll notice, every now and then my feet, heels kind of come off the floor. Try to keep them on the floor. Try to keep them there. Now if to come up you have to do a big whoop, you know, that still gets you up, that's all right. And then as you get going, maybe you watch this video here and there multiple times throughout the week, and then you get better and better. And you're like, oh, look at that, my heels, they're staying on the floor now. And they're like, woohoo, I can see progress, I'm getting better, I'm getting awesome, I'm getting great, this is wonderful, and I love it. I love it when you can notice how you're getting better, can do a move with more precision, and maybe even be able to talk while you're doing it. Try it. And hold, release, let it go, shake it out, bring yourself up, crisscross, apple sauce. I do not know what my hair looks like. It looks beautiful, that's what it looks like, because we're all beautiful. Doesn't matter what you look like when you're working out, right? No one's looking. I mean, you guys are looking at me, but no one else. Shoulders are back, we're sitting up nice and tall. Relax. You should feel head to toe, right side, left side, everything feeling good. It just has this warmth, kind of glow, a pulse that you just worked out a lot of the muscles, but you almost feel like you stretched it, at least I hope so. Sitting up tall, let's take just a little twist. You're looking over your shoulder. Now I am using my hands on my knees. I'm kind of giving a little tug, a little push to make that a little bit bigger, a little deeper. And let's take it to the other side. And I liked that so much, let's do it on the first side again. And then the other side one more time. Hands on those knees, tuck the chin around the back. So I'll turn so you can see what I'm doing. I'm leaning back, like I'm gonna lay back down, but I'm holding my knees so that I can't and that I don't. And oh, feeling that? Say yes. I can hear you, good job. All right, push it forward, open that chest. And again, I am holding those knees so I can push myself a little further, letting my knees help, but I'm not putting so much pressure on my knees that it's bothering the knees. So take it back again. But they're just kind of hanging out there. In fact, you could do your shins if you needed to hold on to those. And release. Hands behind, inner legs, kind of open up that chest. I'm gonna lean forward, letting those hands come up. And then release. Hands front, spread between the shoulder blades. Lift, you'll lean to the side. Keep your sit bones on the floor. So we don't want you to lean and everything comes up. Just lean, kind of open, push your hip that way, and up. Other side. Lean it over, push the ribs, push the hip down. Let it go, release. Let's take one last deep breath in. Exhale, let it go, and whew, great job today. Thanks for letting me be with you today. You can do this more than just today, right? Right. All right. Good work. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. See you guys later.